Her rolling hills and redbud trees landscape this very special place. The gentle air is scented with mountain laurel and carries the sound of perhaps her richest treasure. Front porch harmony singing, accompanied by a coal train rhythm or thumb-picking style guitar. Kentucky is a place of deep family roots, and certainly the roots of the Everly Brothers.
Kentucky.
Ike and Margaret Everly left their Kentucky behind, along with the back-breaking work of coal mining, to follow Ike's dream of playing music. They took their young son Donald and moved to Chicago, where Ike thump-picked guitar around town, and Margaret would give birth to their second son, Philip. In time, Mom and Dad chose to leave the city so the boys could be raised in a more rural way of life. So, Ike, Margaret, Phil and Don moved to the heartland of America and made their new home in Iowa. There, the boys grew up learning to sing songs their daddy taught them. He also taught them how to sing that sweet Kentucky harmony, practicing with them as a master would his apprentice.
Thank you folks for listening, and tune in tomorrow at 7:15 and 10:15.
With the boys' music progressing, they began working with their mum and dad on Ike's radio shows in Iowa. The boys' harmonies were getting stronger, and Donald's musicianship made good rhythm guitar for Ike's thumb-picking.
Donnie, you know, I feel another guitar tune coming on. Let's get in the gear, see, and play another old favorite called Stealing the Blues, huh?
Okay.
But as musicians do, the Everlys moved on and took their show to a country radio station in Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville gave the boys a chance to hear other styles of music that passed through town. As teenagers, they would be influenced by bluegrass, R&B, and a lot of country.
I'm so lonesome I could cry.
But radio was changing with the times.
Thank you, Mom, and you know, we would like to know that the good neighbors joined in with us.
We sure would, and I'd like to remind
Playing records was cheaper than paying for live musicians, so the family lost their show, and their already modest $90 a week salary. It was time for Margaret and Ike to get a day job. The boys were fearful and times got lean. Just when things seemed the darkest, a ray of light shined on them when they met a country gentleman.
Chet Etienne.
Chet had heard about Thumb-Picker Ike Everly from Merle Travis, who said Ike and a fella named Mose Rager were the best of Kentucky thumbers. Ike told Chet of their plight. An invitation from Chet took the Everlys to Nashville. Chet introduced the boys to Steve Scholes at RCA, but they were turned down. Next, turned down by Cadence Records. Meanwhile, Chet kept encouraging them and buying them coffee and pie while they paid their dues. Eventually they met publisher Wesley Rose, who persuaded Cadence Records' Archie Blyer to reconsider, and he signed them to his label. Wesley and songwriter Boodle O'Brien had pitched a tune around town and been turned down many times. But when Don and Phil sang it, the song had hope. When Donald came up with and played the classic open G guitar riff on the front. The record light lit up and the genie was out of the bottle. The Everly Brothers were born.
Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness, hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. There goes my baby.
Bye Bye Love hit #1 on the country charts for 21 weeks and 2 on the pop charts, selling over 2 million copies. But another dream came true when Phil and Don performed Bye Bye Love on the Grand Ole Opry. The crowd cheered and Roy Acuff brought them back out for a second bow. The Everly Brothers repeated their magic on another Boudleaux and Felice Bryant song.
Little Susie, wake up.
Susie hit #1 on both country and pop. The Everlys had a dozen hits on the country charts and continued to rock the pop audience as well.
Johnny's a joker, he's a bird, a very funny joker. Take a message to Mary, but don't tell her what. How did I exist until I kissed you?
They toured constantly and returned to Studio B in Nashville, recording country songs and producing hits.
Let's make a take. That's what we're doing. I'll be back after a while.
In 1960, they left Cadence and signed with new Warner Brothers Records in Los Angeles, and the pressure was on two young men to deliver. Donald's writing and arranging, along with Phil's pure harmony, gave Warner's and the world the biggest Everly hit to date.
Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown.
The song's importance was such that Warner Brothers gave it the catalog number WB1.
So sad.
The Everly Brothers continued with many hits and many more recordings of great country and rock songs.
Right back to me this minute. Bring your love to me, don't send it. I'm so lonesome every day. I've got my pride and I know how to hide all my sorrow and pain. I'll do my crying in the rain. Don't blame me for falling in love with you.
The importance of the Everly Brothers cannot be overstated, but individually they must be acknowledged also as songwriters. Don's writing got them to Nashville and made hits for others. Phil Everly's composition of When Will I Be Loved was re-recorded by Linda Ronstadt and became her biggest hit in country and pop. They've influenced artists all over the world, I can assure you. Oh, and if you're wondering what is Don and Phil's favourite song, it was one they heard off the album Chet Atkins in Hollywood. And Chet told them the instrumental had words. And well, let's see if you remember this one.
I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me.
Phil and Don, I wish you congratulations from the bottom of my heart as tonight your beloved Nashville awards you its highest honour. You both certainly earned your place in country music history. I'm Mark Knopfler, also paying tribute to the Everly Brothers.